Hey, I told you guys I was coming back. Right now, I'm out here in this Arizona sunshine, but I came to ask y'all a question. What do you think the difference is between hearing and listening? You know, I think sometimes we hear with the intention to respond, but we don't listen with the intention to understand. If we listen with the intention to understand, we get more from the person. Because you ever been talking to somebody and 5 minutes after you got finished talking to them, what you just say? Or they'll ask you a question pertaining to something that you just said. And you like, nah, I know I ain't crazy. I know I just told you. Were you even listening to anything I said? Obviously not. Well, I just want to tell you, when it comes to the Lord, we need to not just hear what he says, but we need to listen with the intention of understanding. Not just understanding, because sometimes he's equipping us for battle. And you know how you don't want to just be equipped. You want to be fully equipped, okay? I know if I'm going into battle, I don't just want to know I got some of the equipment, because what if I get really in the heat of the battle, I don't have all the equipment, and the battle is getting real heavy, and I'm getting beat the heck down. And then I'm sitting there like, had I had all the equipment, I wouldn't be in this predicament. But because I left without all the equipment, without being fully equipped, I'm just messed up. I want to tell you today, you want to, when you in a fight, and especially when you in a fight with somebody who their whole intention is to devour your entire being, you want to make sure you fully equipped. You want to make sure you rolling on all cylinders. You want to make sure you have everything necessary to defeat your enemy. Because you don't want to be caught unaware. You know, I was looking at, Luke 14:26 in the Passion Translation. It says, don't follow me without considering what it will cost you. For who would construct a house before sitting down to estimate the cost to complete it? So now, going off with half the equipment is like building a house without having a blueprint, without having a plan, without knowing how you're going to complete it, or even buying all the equipment to make sure that you had everything that you needed to complete your mission. This is mission impossible, guys. And the only way it's possible is with God. So, and I know that there are those of you who will say, well, you know, that's the white man's Bible, and you just letting them influence you. You just a follower, and blah, 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 blah. But I got a question for you all. I got to take my glasses off for this. Now, in the grand scheme of things, thousands of years ago, when all these things were happening, and as some groups of people say, when the pyramids and all the writing was on the wall, or when this happened, or when that, were you there? I just want to know, were you there? Because I wasn't there. None of the things that happened in biblical times, or in slavery times, or in any of ancient times, I wasn't there for none of it. So my question to you is, since you wasn't there and I wasn't there, how do we accept what we believe? We have to accept it by faith, right? Everything you believe, you had to accept it by faith. Everything I believe, I had to accept it by faith. I believed that what I was told was so, until I had an experience for myself. I had to have that experience for myself, because somebody telling me about it didn't work for me. I'm one of them, like they say, from the show me state. You know, these Arizona flies is disrespectful. Anyway, I had to see for myself. So I got a question. I got a series of questions today, just in case you were wondering. If you had a house, and this house had all kinds of insects crawling through it. Somebody came and exterminated, got rid of every insect in the house. Would that be an exterminator that you would use again or that you would recommend? Well, in my house, which is me, I had a lot of bugs. And I needed a way to get rid of every single bug. Now, I'm still a work in progress. I ain't saying I'm perfect. I ain't saying I'm nowhere near perfect. But what I am saying is, I had an extermination, girl, man, friend, whoever is listening. And that exterminator got rid of, didn't get rid of every single bug, but got rid of the majority of them. And you know what? I said, I'm going to use that exterminator again. Used them again, got rid of some more bugs. And the more bugs I was trying to get rid of, the more the exterminator got rid of. So you know what I realized? That's some pest control I want to keep in my life. Well, I don't care if it's the white man's Bible, the red man's Bible, the green man's Bible, or the blue man's Bible. I'm going to read it because it works for me. Now, if it don't work for you, I ain't trying to step on your religious toes. Whatever you believe, I'm not trying to step on your toes. I'm not trying to stop you from believing whatever it is that you believe. Because you know what they used to say? A mind changed against its will is of the same opinion still. So I can try to change your mind, but that's not going to work if you ain't ready to change your mind. So it doesn't matter what I think, because whose voice do you listen to more than you listen to anybody else's voice? Seems like you listen to your own voice more than you listen to anybody else. And so if you listen to yourself more than you listen to anybody, what I'm saying ain't gonna make a difference to you. So if what I'm saying is not make a difference to you, I'm not offended, I'm not hurt. You have to do what you feel like is best for you. But for those who have questions and who think that maybe God may have the answers, and you know, this is another thing I had on my mind. You know how people always say God talking to them and they getting in the presence of God. God don't talk to me. Are you listening? Are you listening? And then my other question is, if you ain't never talked to him, how would you know his voice? You only know the voice of people that you're familiar with. Like, if I'm in a room and one of my children is saying something, I could tell you just about which child is saying it because I know their voices, because I've been around them, I have a relationship with them, I've spent time with them. The only way you gonna know somebody, you got to spend time with them, you got to be around them, and you got to develop a relationship with them. And as far as being in the presence of God, every day we live in the presence of God because he sees everything you do all day, every day, because he's omnipresent. He's everywhere at the same time. So it's not like he don't see what we're doing 24/7. So you're in his presence at all times. Why not ask him into your presence? And by that I'm saying, you know, you could be cooking, you could be washing, you could be cleaning, you could be just sitting down doing nothing, which we do sometimes. And in that time, you ever had a tap on your shoulder like, want to talk? And you like, and it could be, and I'm not talking about the Lord particularly, it could be your spouse, it could be a friend, it could be a phone call. And it just jerks you out of your thoughts and like, huh? Sometimes that's the Lord. He ain't coming like, this is the Lord and this is what you need to do. He coming to you like, can we talk? You know how they had that, can we talk? Can we talk for a minute? He like, can we talk? Can we talk? I'm like, can I invade your thoughts just for a minute? Y'all got so much going on. Can I get some time? Can I get some time? I mean, I only created you. I only have something to do with the air you breathe and the water you drink and everything that sustains you. But if you could fit me in your busy schedule, I would love to have a conversation with you. But the thing about God is he is a gentleman. He's not going to just jump in your DMs. He's not just going to jump in you. He's going to ask. And if you say no, he ain't going to keep bugging you, because I ain't trying to get my feelings hurt over and over and over. I'm not going to keep coming to somebody. I'm coming to them to ask them, can we have a conversation? And each time I come to them to have a conversation, they're busy or they're doing something else. Or in essence, they're like, I'll get back with you when I have time. You don't have nothing but time, because even the time you got is not yours. So if you know, like I know, you want to spend time in his presence. And spending time in his presence is not no, thus saith the Lord, oh my God, no mighty one of God. Come on now. Come on. Is that how you talk? When you talking to your parent or your significant other and you want to have a heart-to-heart, you just come to them and you bare your soul and you say what's on your mind, right? Same thing with him. When you come to him, you bare your soul and you say what's on your mind. Because who would have better answers than somebody who creates universes? And my daughter Joy made me think about something one day last week. I was talking to her and we were having a conversation, and I said something, I can't remember exactly how I phrased it, but I said something about making somebody mad and consequences. And she said, yeah, she said, but think about God. You ever thought about the fact when we make him mad, he can't just go off and destroy a world or go do something like that because he mad. He has to act like the adult. And I thought about it, I said, oh, you making somebody mad who, if he had a temper tantrum, he could destroy a universe. But because he has such great love for us, he don't just up and destroy us. He doesn't just up and say, you're gone, you're a blip. Now, had it been one of us, we'd be like, you know, I'm got my phone. I should have done this on the computer, but I wanted to sit out in the sunshine, and I keep getting ads popping up on my phone, so I have to keep getting them out of the way. But back to what I was saying. When we get mad, we can't destroy universes. We can't destroy worlds. We're dealing with the God of the universe. He may just not just be the God of this universe. He's the God of universes. So, I mean, if he's infinite, he's all-knowing, all-powerful, he would be the God of universes. But my thing is this. If I'm talking to a God who could destroy me at any given moment, and he lets me, you know, he gave us free will, and he will allow you to do what you want to do, because he didn't create you to be a robot. He gave you free will. So if you want to go to hell, he will allow you to do that. But have you ever just stopped and thought, wow, what is it going to cost me to spend time with him? Why do I have such an aversion to spending time with him? Why do I make excuses when it comes to spending time with him? And why is spending time with him not one of the most important things in my life? You know, these are just questions that are food for thought. Because I told you, I'm on a journey, and I'm going to be coming on here asking you questions, because it comes to me, I'm going to bring it to you. And I'm going to be coming back and forth. Now, I'm not saying I'm a wise old sage. I'm you know, but I am pretty smart. No, I'm just kidding. But I'm just saying these are questions that we need to ask ourselves, because we are eternal beings and we're going to spend forever somewhere. And I just would like, just like you have life insurance, don't you want to have life insurance on your spirit, man? Because you are a spirit, you have a soul, and you live in a physical body. Don't you want to have some insurance? Because that body is going to die. But your spirit, man, he going somewhere. When he leave his body, he going somewhere. Wouldn't it be nice to know that you know where you're going? Not to wonder, not to have suspicions, not to hope. Because you know what? We live in a world where sometimes it feels like, hey, you need to escape. And escaping into your secret place ain't nothing like it. It can take you where a vacation, a trip, none of that can take you. You need to escape in God and get in there and get some of that good old time. I mean, sometimes I put me some worship on and just dance around the house because that's just how I feel. Or I just sing, and sometimes it's out of key, sometimes it's in key, but I just sing. I spend what I call quality time with my Father. I spend that quality time with him because he's important to me. Anybody that's important to you, you want to give them your best. You want to do your best. You want them to see you at your best. I can't even explain it, because I have had some times recently with God that are like what they used to call seasons of refreshing. He comes in and he just lets me know that he loves me. He lets me know I'm special to him. He lets me know I'm important. And most of all, he lets me know I'm his child. And sometimes parents have to chastise their children. Sometimes parents have to, you got a hard-headed child, they ain't listening. Sometimes you got to let them fall on their fanny and let them see that, but you just there to pick them up when they fall. So sometimes we do have to fall. Sometimes we got to go through processes. Sometimes you go and you do something God didn't tell you to do it. You went out there on your own, and then you like, Lord, can you help me? And he still says, okay, that's my child. Let me go and help her. We have to realize that we have a God that loves us, who cares about us, and who thinks that we are important. And we need to begin to think that he's just as important as he thinks we are. Because what's it going to hurt you? What's it going to cost you? It might be one of the best things that you've ever done, spending that time with him, getting to know him, falling in love with him, and developing a relationship. Next time I come back, I would like to hear that some of y'all have spent some time with him, that you have developed a relationship with him, that you found him to be better than a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. You found him to be exciting. You found him to be real. You found him to be everything you thought he would be. Because I guarantee you, if you spend time with him, if you develop a relationship with him, if you fall in love with him, there's nothing to be compared to it. So what's it gonna hurt? Just try it. He says in his word that taste and see, for the Lord is good. So get a little taste of Jesus this week. Try to find some time in your busy schedule to fit him in. You'll be glad that you did. I promise you. Till next time, it was me again. Enjoyed you guys. And you will see me again. Okay, guys.